Greetings one and all, this is Rhythmworks and welcome gamers one and all to my channel. 36 hours plus after the release of one of the most highly anticipated games on the planet. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Rockstar Games Red Dead Redemption 2. I pre-ordered the game from October 2016. So throughout all the delays and what have you, it's finally out. And before I even go any further with my thoughts, there's a term that's used in gaming called AAA games. Now, I think it's fair to say with Rockstar that they have made the first quadruple A game. Why, you ask? Well, it's simple. I mean, if a company has made a game that has shifted, well, that has made $1 billion in its first week and in total has made $6 billion, that overshadows sales of music, books, films, any kind of entertainment that you can think of in your head right about now. If they've made $6 billion of one item, you gotta call them a quadruple A company, man, that makes quadruple A games. I mean, not even Naughty Dog don't even come close. You know what I'm saying? You know, not even Call of Duty franchise comes close. Or it could be argued. But I'm talking about a single item here, which was Grand Theft Auto 5. So I think it's fair to say that, hey, Rockstar are a quadruple A company that makes quadruple A games. All right. That's my soapbox thing done and dusted. Now, what do I think about the game? Well, the first thing that's gonna basically pop your eyeballs is the view of the game, is the look of the game. I mean, I'm rocking a 57-inch 4K HDR TV, and it looks stunning as hell. Absolutely stunning. Secondly, is the overall pace of the game. Now, it's gonna be easy for people to assume that it's Grand Theft Auto in a different skin, and people can be forgiven for thinking that, but it's just not that. You know, I've played Grand Theft Auto and I've played Red Dead Redemption 1 and also the Undead Nightmare, and there's just a different pace to both of them, obviously, because, you know, there were no mobile phones and freaking Netflix in 1895, you know what I'm saying? So the pace has to be tempered down a little bit, you know. But my opinion of the overall gameplay in Red Dead Redemption is simply this, and I just want to kind of keep it simple. It's basically Red Dead Redemption meets The Sims meets Far Cry. To me. And there's a huge difference between Red Dead Redemption 1 and Red Dead Redemption 2. And I say this on the part of the Sims element in the game, where there's looting, there's crafting, there's replenishing, you know, there's feeding and nurturing, all that kind of stuff, you know. So all of those things are basically involved to keep you and your gang going. And that's one of the reasons why I didn't put up any gameplay, because I felt that I would have to explain what you would see on the HUD and all that kind of stuff, and there's bigger YouTubers than me to actually go in depth with that. But I'm just giving you an old farts perspective of how I see the game, how I like the game, etc, you know. But it's a very involving game. It's not a game that, you know, you're gonna loot everything and ram everything down your throat quick time. It's not that kind of game. Do you know what I mean? I mean, you know, Grand Theft Auto basically proves that, you know. And with the content, the sheer mass of content that Grand Theft Auto 5 has gotten over the years, one can only imagine what it's going to be like for Red Dead Redemption 2. If westerns are your thing, if third-person shooters are your thing, because I know that for some people, third-person just does not do it for them. It's got to be first-person or nothing at all. But for me, it's no great shakes. I appreciate both genres. Because for me, one of the biggest third-person shooters in my game collection is definitely Uncharted. So I feel no way about third-person shooters and first-person shooters as long as the mechanics are right. Which leads me into the one thing that is kind of it's kind of still not perfect for me with Red Dead Redemption. It's the overall control of the character. This is my only teeny weeny gripe about the game. It is the movement of the character. When the character comes across items of interest, it's like if you move a millimeter, you can basically miss it. You know, I know it has the cue, it has the vibration cues, which is good still, but I'd rather dispense with the vibration cue and just have, you know, the overall radar. Say for example, this microphone, and this microphone is a point of interest. I rather the radar is like around that big. Do you know what I mean? Rather than the vibration radar be that big, but then you still have to get near enough to the center of the microphone to pick up that as a point of interest. Do you know what I'm saying? That's the only thing. The character movement, I mean, obviously I haven't been playing Red Dead Redemption 1 or indeed Grand Theft Auto 5. For some people who have been playing Grand Theft Auto 5 consistently, it might just be like riding a bike again, you know, but I haven't been playing Grand Theft Auto 5, so the mechanics are a bit rusty for me. But one thing's for certain, it is definitely an issue with me in terms of the character's movement, in terms of them finding stuff. Because when you're in a gunfight and you want to basically pick up some herbs to eat, to replenish your health, and you got to be kind of literally just going, tapping your joystick or your thumbstick to get to the thing, while a bear's after your ass and you got a freaking gang of old Driscolls basically shooting at you from behind. It doesn't bode well, you know what I'm saying? But that's really the only gripe that I have. Now, already in gaming circles and gaming fraternities, Red Dead Redemption 2 has been touted as one of the big contenders for Game of the Year. And the all-round consensus is that Red Dead Redemption 2 and God of War are basically the only games in the running. You know, there's not a lot of games that will even come anywhere close to God of War. I don't even have the game. I've not played the game, but I've seen so many people on my PSN play it, and I've heard so much glowing reviews about the game. So, you know, they can't be wrong. But with Red Dead Redemption 2, even though it's Rockstar, and even though Rockstar is way up in the stratosphere in terms of game development and what have you, and for a game like Red Dead Redemption 2 and Rockstar to be on the news, on the BBC at 1 o'clock, 6 o'clock and 10 o'clock, a day prior to its release, you must know the clout those people have, you know, and I totally respect the fact that it took 9 studios around the world 7 years to develop the game, because you can see it in the game. You can see the development in the game, you know, despite the small niggly things. But hey, you know, it's to be expected with gaming nowadays. It's got to be something that's just not quite right, and you can't please everyone. I was asked an interesting question by one of my gaming buddies, and he asked me, so Rhythm, is this a Destiny killer? Now, for some people, any game is a Destiny killer right about now. However, the question does relate to me because of my love for Destiny, you know, and the reasons why I love Destiny. So in answering the question, I said, yeah. But upon reflection, it's 2 different kind of games. It's set in 2 different eras. Do you know what I mean? And I think you have to appreciate the era that each game is basically in. You know, between Destiny and Red Dead, even between Red Dead and Grand Theft Auto 5. If you put your head in the era, in the time that it's in, you know, you'll enjoy the game a whole lot more. However, I do draw my limits. There are games I just can't get into because of the era, like what's those Lost Souls, Dark Souls, those kind of games. I just can't get into them because of the era. Do you know what I mean? It just doesn't appeal to me. And based upon that, I can appreciate people not getting into Red Dead Redemption because of the era that Red Dead Redemption 2 is set in. So I totally get it. You know, it's horses for courses, apple and oranges, you know what I mean? But do I like it? Yes, I do like it. Would I recommend it to other people if they're on the fence? I'd say yes. And the reason being is because I don't really see any other game that is going to... I don't see any other game apart from Call of Duty Black Ops 4 that's going to really fill the gaming season that we have now. Personally speaking, you know, I don't really see any other game apart from Black Ops 4 if you're that way inclined. And it's, you know, it's two different beasts again. So for me, I'm totally happy playing Red Dead Redemption 2 and Destiny 2. You know, I think Red Dead Redemption 2 is definitely going to be my pickup game for the time being. And whatever I need to fill in, I'll fill in with Destiny, I guess. But I say the scales are totally tipped towards Red Dead Redemption at the minute. You know, you can understand why, right? But yeah, would I recommend it? I mean, come on, it's Rockstar, man. It's Rockstar, you know. And an interesting question was that, you know, our Grand Theft Auto players are going to like it. Well, we can only wait and see. We can only wait and see for that, because if they're so used to playing in a certain era at a certain pace, maybe Red Dead Redemption 2 is going to be a bit slow for them, you know, and I can get that as well, you know. So it all depends. Will Red Dead Redemption 2 get to the heights, the dizzy heights that Grand Theft Auto 5 had? Don't be ridiculous, man. I don't think that game is going to shift $6 billion. I don't think so. Maybe over 10 years, maybe. But in the time that Grand Theft Auto racked up that amount, I doubt it. I doubt it. But one thing I'm really rubbing my hands with glee is knowing that we've still yet to get Red Dead Redemption Online, and we're still yet to get the content that I know that Rockstar are going to spoil us with. Because it doesn't make sense Rockstar making and developing a game for 7 years unless they got the DLC and the content in their minds on the roadmap ready for us to enjoy. So yeah, it's going to be around forever. So there's nothing really more I can really add to that. Except thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping by. I wanted to make the video just before I actually rinse out some more Red Dead Redemption. I've only got a couple of days spare before I start rehearsing for my gigs and stuff. So I want to get some time in and just thought, let me do the video first and get on with some gaming afterwards. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for stopping by. And as always, you done know the coup, people. Whatever the game, media, platform, format, genre, happy gaming, because that is what it's truly about, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, brothers and sisters. So until I catch you on the next one, people, stay blessed. Bagan. Yeehaw.